Welcome back to Nordics Play! The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles with your chronic Phantom and Velgar. And all this wacky nonsense. Yes, we are still playing actually. And did we lose Phantom in the very first minute?
No.
Yay! I would have imagined that it would start strongly.
Anyway, that's story moving.
But we need to explain.
No.
Yes, we do.
No.
Because the holidays and we've been sick, I got as a Christmas present the first sickness of, I don't know, for the past 2 or 3 years. I too was actually sick.
You're welcome.
And I'm still kind of sick.
Uh-huh.
Because I probably got the same infection that Phantom had. And it would require some actual medicine, not just bed rest and that kind of thing, but I've been lazy. Abad? Why you be like that? I mean, please.
Let's just move on.
Yes. It has been a long time waiting. It's venomless. Dog. Now he is hungry, so he is in bad mood. But once I feed him, you will see big smile.
Okay.
Okay. And you feed him what? Milk, I suppose? Yeah. Like to say they milk chickens. Ridiculous. Snakes that drink milk are only in stupid stories. Pirotsko eats mouses. Big, fat, round mouses. Okay. Oh, so... Is that what the mouse trap in the passageway out there is for? Of course! How else can I catch my friend's favorite feud? Nothing says top of the food chain like the look in their eyes right now. I mean, an eye, not eyes.
Or is he talking about the snake?
It refuses to drink milk. It can't hear a whistle. It can't climb a bell cord, and it's not even venomous. How the deuce did something so inept land a starring role?
I could just the same thing about you.
Yeah, 'cause he's going to be around for a lot. It's not its fault. My fault.
Well done.
I do not make up stories. My Pirotsko is
I think it's Piroshko.
Pirotsko is nothing to do with this incident. Okay. So, that's what happened. That's the truth behind my best friend's tragic death. Oh yeah,
Hi.
you were here as well.
What about you? Hi. Hi.
Okay.
Miss Pavlova? Look, I'm needed.
Yay!
Whoop.
I understand the difficult situation you found yourself in, and I do sympathize. Please remember this. The young man lost his life. If you're going to attempt to cover up your guilt with lies, then Then no matter what the circumstances, I cannot forgive you.
Oh, that's an awful threat.
Yot.
What are you talking about, Miss Mikotopo? What lies? Miss Pavlova just confessed everything. It was just a series of unfortunate events, an accident. Holmes is sus.
I'm no great detective like Mr. Schultz. I don't have a gift for knowing the truth.
Well, one can argue that, but
Yeah,
anyway.
you're probably far greater detective than Mr. Holmes.
But even I can see that was not the truth. Don't you agree, Mr. Naruhodo?
No,
I asked him.
yes, of course. I don't know why, but yes. To be perfectly honest, yes. There's a discrepancy in Miss Pavlova's story. I'm sure of it. I just can't quite put my finger on it.
So you don't really know anything. You can't even think of anything. Just go along with what she said.
I confess, I was intending to let Scotland Yard deal with any outstanding issues on this matter. Oh! I am only present here for a very specific reason.
Your place is the main character.
The truth is, you, Mr. Naruhodo, are simply a distraction. A beggar? I do hope you've not been finding your shackles too uncomfortable. Ah, not again! When did he do that? Especially as they're on your wrists as a result of my intervention. I was rather hoping I could resolve matters before we made our next port call. You were, Mr. Sholmes? Yes, but I overlooked one important detail. The deceased young man was a very close companion of yours. Was he not? Yes. Kazuma was my close friend. I owed him my freedom even. In that case, we must follow this to its conclusion. No further distractions. You must uncover the real truth here, Mr. Naruhodo.
Because you're unable to.
Yes. Whatever that may be. Key to this is the discrepancy in Miss Pavlova's story, I'm sure. If I can chase that down, maybe the truth will become clear. Yep. The truth about how you really died. About how that scene in your cabin really came to be. Alright, I see what I can do. Excellent.
Okay, Mr. Naruhodo.
Are they going to be saying that she actually managed to go inside the cabin and then...
I don't really care right now. Let's move on so we can find out for real.
We have to speculate.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
I think I said it last time as well that he tripped over the cat and fell.
But they are somehow saying that there is something more, that it wasn't a mere accident. So then, shall we begin? Yes. Yes! what we should ponder first. Is the victim who lost his life in the cabin that was bolted shut from the inside?
Oh, is that a mystery? And have you seen how the goddamn door locks?
Was it truly an accident? Unfortunately. Or was it in fact no accident at all? That is what we must establish in the first instance. But we already established it, haven't we? The man tripped over the kitten that had climbed into his cabin via the ventilator. Tragic, yes, but still an accident. Wait, let's just take a step back. It doesn't make sense if that's really what happened, does it? I'm going to have to ask you to spell it out for me, I'm afraid.
But can Ryunosuke even read? How can he spell stuff if he can't?
That is highly possible. Yes, it's starting to take shape now. There's a clear contradiction between the facts and Miss Pavlova's story here. The evidence is right there in Kazuma's cabin. It's undeniable. The cup thingy? He's dead. Couldn't possibly have been a mere accident.
Yep.
Really?
Are they talking about the goddamn writing?
Because he was conscious enough to leave a message. So he didn't
But
die
is it-
instantly.
But the thing is that it was written in Russian and he was Japanese. Hmm.
But I mean, it could have been for the ship crew.
It doesn't matter. Let's go see.
Let us show our hand, Mr. Naruhodo. Time to present the evidence. The evidence that proves unequivocally that the victim's death was no mere accident.
I think it's that one.
Yeah, it's probably this one. Hi! The truth is clearly recorded in this photographic print. There's no way that Mr. Asoki could have left this message on the floor. That script, it's Russian, isn't it? I mean, I would imagine he knows how to speak and write Russian. He's smart, boy. Indeed, it is. The word written means wardrobe.
Yes, we established that.
I see what you mean. Most people would leave a dying message in their native language. Japanese, in this case.
But maybe he was studying Russian.
That's possible.
Yet it's a simple language. He could have picked it up very fast.
A simple language.
What?
Sure.
No. No. That doesn't seem likely. That's actually not the point. It makes no difference whether he knew Russian or not. Sorry, what do you mean?
I said that basically because if he fell down and then he died because of that, how could he have written anything after that?
Yeah. Exactly what I said before. There is no way that Mr. Asoki could have left this message on the floor. And the reason why is clearly explained in here. Damage to the cervical vertebrae resulted in instant death. Instant death! Ah. I am taken aback. Which means after the victim fell on the floor, he couldn't possibly have written anything. Eh. Because he was already dead.
that's not the only reason either. There's something else we found in Mr. Asaki's cabin. I remember something that couldn't possibly have been there if what Miss Pavlova told us was true.
What? This is my very shocked way of saying what? So, Susanna has noticed it too then. Putting this message on the floor aside, there's something else that gives the truth away. Another piece of evidence that proves this was no accident. In other words.
Is that the mark on the floor thingy?
Mark on the floor, I would imagine. Because no, we don't have anything else.
There's nothing else.
Hi. This piece of broken glass next to the mark on the floor. But that was from the bell.
Yes. But I mean, how did it end up back with Miss Pavlova? Wasn't it in the trash?
Yes, but the other part could have still tangled on the collar. But apparently not. But if she picked one piece, why didn't she pick the other? But that's the glass bell
Anyway,
the kitten had around its neck. We already know all about that. It was broken in half when the victim tripped over the cat and fell. So we already have a satisfactory explanation. Where's the flaw in that logic? Unfortunately, there is a very big flaw. A fatal flaw. What again? If that's really what happened, then how did one half of the bell end up back here in this cabin? Well, yeah, it has kinda tiny little nip there, so it would have fallen.
Yes, remember that we found the other half of the glass bell in that waste paper basket. Would you care to explain that, Miss Pavlova? Oh no!
is that all you can say, you goddamn idiot?
Both of these pieces of evidence clearly point to the same conclusion. That when Mr. Asoki died last night in his cabin, there was someone else in the room. And that same person deliberately arranged the scene to disguise the truth in order to cover up his or her own guilt.
Just, yeah. No.
Yes, there was someone else present in Mr. Asaki's.
Was this the Stroganov?
I have no idea. Why is it? It's not there. It's a name.
You are wasting time!
That was Arnie.
Yes. Someone else was there. Duh! Of course, we noticed. What are you talking about? Bulkhead was bolted shut from inside. There was no way in or out.
We already know how those can close.
Oh, yes. And the only person in cabin when young student died was you! Yes.
Yes.
It's true. I was in the cabin when it happened. You were shut inside the cabin wardrobe, to be precise about the details. But I don't know Russian. There's no way I could have left that message.
Why would he have left that message? Hey, I'm in the wardrobe.
not would have. There's no way you could have left that message. To be precise about the details. Hello, I'm helping again. Would you mind? Forgive me, my dear fellow. As I was saying, the person in question wrote the word wardrobe in Russian on the floor
Yes, thank you for repeating it.
in an attempt to incriminate me for the crime, even though I had been asleep in there the entire time.
Especially since there's a thingy on top of the goddamn doors. So how could he have put it there if he had killed him and then locked himself inside?
That perfectly. No.
It's just doesn't go. Somebody else had to put it on from the outside.
Yeah.
For it to be like that.
The same person.
Hey, it's me! Goddamn asshole. And then the same person picked up broken glass and it had fallen to the floor.
And just conveniently left the other half there.
A few of it becoming evidence that would show how Miss Tasuke really died.
But why wouldn't this person have taken all the pieces of the bell away? Yes, that's actually a very good question. Leaving half behind was always going to raise questions. Yes, well, it was past 1 o'clock in the early hours of the morning. The cabin would have been quite dark. But you would still be aware that you left half of it there and it was in the middle of the floor. The single small lamp suspended from the ceiling would barely have cast any light onto the floor there. Little wonder then that the cop failed to notice that fragment of the tiny item.
You also split near, don't you?
Ah. You did!
Where did you put the snake?
Seaman Stroganov!
Yes, that's him.
Nina is woman of sea. She is daughter of strong sailor. 2 years ago, they noticed her dancing skill, and she went away to join ballet company. But before, she was a dancer on the ship, a member of ship's band. You do not accuse ship's angel of being criminal. Criminal.
Criminal.
Oh, so that's it. You say that when young student died, Ninja was there in his cabin. But that is not possible. I give my tooth. Well, we have no use for your tooth.
Okay.
Well, this is all most interesting. And why would you give your tooth, pray? How can you be so sure? You are a great detective. You should know. Look truth in the eyes. Captain Bulkhead was bolted shut from the inside.
Do we know how those can get shot?
Nobody
Shit.
could go in the cabin. Not Nina, not anyone. Or you want to tell me that killer can walk through locked doors? Yet it's impossible. Oh, he's right, even though I already know what's true.
Wait. I've read about this in detective stories.
And it
Of
was
course you have.
People often tie thread among the door latches so they can open and close them from the outside.
And we already went through that. It fits so perfectly that it doesn't work like that. We already had this. Tread! Are you stupid? These pukers are not beyond doors. Certainly not. These are watertight doors, as one would expect to find in any modern steamship. Constructed of heavy steel with not a gap inside, no threads or needles or magnets could have been used.
No, of course not. I thought so too.
Yes, we already...
But Mr. Naruto suggested it earlier, so...
Throwing us under the bus. Susan, how could you shift it onto me like that? So, Seaman Stroganoff has a valid point. The cabin door couldn't have been bolted shut from the outside. Not necessarily. The yacht! Well, that... And we are running out of time.
This is a really goddamn long case.
Oh heck yes! These are surprisingly long, even the first one was kind of long.
I mean, especially considering like older Ace Attorney games, they weren't this long.
And no. But they did get longer the further we went into the game.
Yeah, but not like the first two.
No, but thinking if these are this long...
Oh dear.
Oh dear indeed. But, even though we have had some hiccups and going ons every now and then, and we are still struggling to set our schedules together, we will
Failing with that.
Yes, but we are still striving to bring you this content. I'm sorry that I haven't been all that informative about it because I have been sick. Come on guys, I've been sick. Feel bad for me. But as we can, we will bring you this content.
Yeah, and if you don't want to miss that, you should subscribe and like the video, leave a comment, anything like that. Thank you for watching. See you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.